protect the Muslim woman from her desires, who has found it becoming or befitting for her to travel without a mahram. A woman is not to travel without a mahram, and she should not frequent the marketplaces except for that which is necessary for her. And she should not go into places, into public gatherings where there is free mixing, between the sexes, except للضرورة, when there is a necessity. And when she must leave and go out, then she must abide by the guidelines of the Islamic hijab, and she should maintain her respectability and cover herself. The seventh advice is that a Muslim woman, that she should not imitate men or resemble a man in any way that is from the things that is particular to men, as regards how she behaves, or as regards how she dresses. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْمُتَشَبِّهِينَ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ بِالنِّسَاءِ وَالْمُتَشَبِّهَاتِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ بِالرِّجَالِ. Allah has cursed the men who imitate women and the women who imitate men. And to the best of her ability, she should not resemble disbelieving women and that which is particular to disbelieving woman, from her character and from the way that she dresses and so on and so forth. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Whoever imitates a people, then he is from them. The eighth advice is that the Muslim woman, المرأة المسلمة داعية إلى الله عز وجل في صفوف النساء بالكلمة الطيبة بزيارة جاراتها بالاتصال بأخواتها بالهاتف ونحوه. That the Muslim woman, she is a da'iyah to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. That she is from those who gives dawwah to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala's religion. That she is of those who gives nasiha. She is of those who orders the good and forbids the evil. And she does so with her Muslim neighbors. And she does so with her Muslim sisters. And she does so with her non-Muslim neighbors within the boundaries of the religion. And she can call them over the phone, or she can give them Islamic books, and books that are upon the manhaj of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and tapes that encourage the people to do good. And so she encourages the people in her statements, and she tries her best to protect herself and to save herself and to save her sisters from the punishment of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. As Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told Ali that Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will guide a single man through you is better for you than the red camels. And this also applies to a woman. The ninth advice to the Muslim woman is that she is to protect her heart from ashubuhat wa shahawat. She is to protect her heart from doubts and desires. And she is to protect her eyes from the haram. And she is to protect her ears from singing and from foul speech and slander. And she is to protect her limbs and her body from everything that is in opposition to the religion. And she is to know that this is taqwa of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, and that she does this having shyness of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. As the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, "Astahyu min an-nisa'i haqq al-haya, astahyu min Allahi haqq al-haya, astahyu min Allahi haqq al-haya." He said, have shyness of Allah with a true shyness. And so the companions, they said, Ya Rasulullah, nastahi min Allah. We do have shyness of Allah. He said, Al-istihya'u min Allahi haqq al-haya. He said, no, to have shyness of Allah with the true shyness. And تحفظ الرأس وما وعى وتحفظ البطن وما حوى وتذكر الموت والبلا ومن أراد الآخرة ترك زينة الحياة الدنيا ومن فعل ذلك فقد استحيا من الله حق الحياة. He said, having shyness of Allah with the true shyness is to protect your head and everything that it contains, your eyes and your ears and your mind, and that you protect what is inside of you, your heart and your stomach, and the likes of that, and what you put into it. And that you remember death and you remember sickness and illness that leads to death. And whoever wants the akhirah, the hereafter, then they will leave off the adornment of the life of this world. And whoever does that, then they are shy of Allah with the true shyness. And so from the most particular qualities of the Muslim woman that separates her from the rest of the woman from the creation is her shyness of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And her shyness of Allah is not in just the way that she dresses. And it's not just in the way that she speaks. And it's not just in her conduct with her husband. But her shyness of Allah regards all of those things that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is displeased with and that He hates. Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, that she is shy that Allah would see her doing anything that He hates. The 10th advice is that the Muslim woman, she should safeguard her time from being wasted. And she should not let her days and her nights be torn to shreds. She should not be a person who wastes her time backbiting or tail carrying. Sabbaba, sahiya, slandering others and abusing others with her tongue. Or a woman who is forgetful as regards those things that are binding upon her concerning her religion. And heedless. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَذَرَ الَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا دِينَهُمْ لَعِبًا وَلَهْوًا وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. He said, leave those people alone who take their religion to be play and lahwa, who take their religion to be play and amusement. وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. And who are deceived by the life of this world. And Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He said about a people who wasted their lives, that they will say on the day of judgment, Ya hasratana ala ma farratna fiha. Ya hasratana ala ma farratna fiha. Woe be to us, expressing sadness and remorse for what we wasted during our life. And so these are the advices that were given by a Sheikh Abdullah Jarullah Al-Jarullah from the people of knowledge from Mecca al-Mukarramah, who died about 15 or 20 years ago, that he gave in a book entitled As-Sifatul Hamida lil-Mar'atul Muslima, and the praiseworthy descriptions of the Muslim woman. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to make our woman like that and to protect the Muslim woman from everything that is displeasing to Him. إنه سميع قريب مجيب. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد. And the brother Muhammad Adam will come and give the lecture in Somali. Give his lecture in Somali.